Anyway, I am going to present one of the terminal building of one of the most beautiful place of India. And subsequently, we proceed. However, it is one of the harshest space to work also. And my presentation, किस तरफ इसी में करना है? Yeah. My presentation will outline with this a brief introduction of the project, then what the challenges we are facing here, design philosophy and design approaches, and this area is famous for its traditional artwork and how we want to incorporate it in our projects. This is one of the major portion which I want to cover in this. And finally, how we achieve this sustainability approach for this project. Coming to the background of the project, there is an existing airport, and it is out of bound of population because so much population is there, and this one of the highest commercial airport in the world, which is around 3 to 5 meter, around 10,000 feet above the sea level. The city where the existing airport exists is rich with cultural heritage, and it is popularly known as the land of monks and monasteries. And you find this red highlighted area is the project area. And the current scenario is the number of tourists in last year is growth in exponentially high. The number of tourists in the summer broke all the previous record. According to official data, there are as many as 2.5 lakh tourists only in last 2 months. And existing population of the city is only 20,000. And it is handling this much of population and existing terminal building, which has only handling capacity of 500 passengers. And the situation is that maximum of the, just a minute, how to pointer this? I can point there only. Yeah. And the maximum time there's tourists are, the passengers are staying outside the buildings. Owing to this growth of tourism in the region over the year, it was observed that the current domestic terminal, it is facilitated now not able to meet the requirement of the ever-increasing footfall. To take care of this situation, it was decided to construct a new terminal adjacent to this site. The main challenges where we are facing for this area is, it's a long 7 to 8 months winter, where the maximum temperature is in the daytime also sub-zero, and minimum temperature through last 5 to 7 years it touches -25, and 1 or 2 times it reaches -32 degrees centigrade also. And the oxygen level is very less here. And working this condition is one of the most important challenge for us. And the main challenges, what we have tabulated here is the harsh climatic condition and the remote location and difficult terrain, wide fluctuating temperature, that is -30 to +35 degrees centigrade in the temperature, very low rainfall area, it is under the rain shadow area, and annual precipitation is 10 centimeter. Air is very dry, relative humidity ranges from 6 to 25% only, which is not sufficient for human comfort. And local people are totally unskilled, skilled manpower is not available here. Non-availability of construction material, one of the most challenges, and low oxygen level at such high altitude also reduce the manpower and the working capacity almost 50% of the average of the person working in the plain area. Efficiency of the workforce is low and time is also less due to harsh weather condition. Almost in the winter condition, 3 to 4 months it is totally stops, and rest 4 to 5 months we are hardly getting working hours 3 to 4 hours a day. Transportation of heavy equipments and bigger equipments is not feasible on the road. 7 to 5 months all the roads are also closed, and the resource condition for the workers are totally unfavorable. Based on all these challenges, Considering this harsh weather condition and small duration of the working session and low number of possible working hours in a day, it has been decided to have an airport to be built with pre-engineered structure which can be fabricated elsewhere in the plane, not in the site, and thus leaving assembly work only at the site. Depending on this condition, it was finally choice to be prefabricated structure, and the project was completely designed and built using high tensile steel section, which gives its following advantages. These are the normal advantages of steel structure. I am not going to all these points one by one. Going to the next is this, coming to the design philosophy of the area, because the main thing is. The theme opted for this airport project was to showcase the celebration of the rich heritage and culture combined with the outlook of eco-friendly environment. And we try to amalgamate the traditional philosophy, ancient wisdom, and modern technology with ethos. Whenever you are anywhere you are moving in this area, you find the lots of local architecture with uniqueness of mud and timber architecture throughout the region. These are the various design elements which when we are finalizing the concept, we explore the area and finalize the design elements from this. And this is the electric quality of architecture of this region. Then design approach, how we proceed. The symbolic curve, whenever you are standing in this region, you find this mountainous region all around you. The symbolic curves of the roof are in harmony of the terrain and slopes of the landscape of this region. In spite of global scenario in the tourism, the element which attracts tourism, it is the electric quality of the architecture of the region. The rainbow of color provides the vivacity and the cheers to the dramatic landscape of the region. Therefore, the new airport incorporates the vital elements of the architecture, of course, with contemporary interpretations. This is the existing site, and this is the proposed site area, existing runway, and adjacent to there is only one small terminal is existing, and this is the proposed terminal building complex of this area. This is the only existing airport having only the capacity of around 4,000 square meter, and this is the entry, this is the highway, and this is the terminal building, then landscape area, and this is the parking area. The salient feature of the terminal building, mainly this is having the area is approximately 20,000 square meter, and passenger handling capacity around 3.5 millions, and the peak hour passenger designed for 20,000 passengers, and all the associated facilities are derived from these peak hour passengers and the handling capacity of the airport. One of the unique characteristics of this area is the road level and the existing runway level difference is around 20 meters. Normally, in general airport, we are departing from the higher level and arriving is the ground level. But in this case, we are arriving at the road level of around 20 meters, and it is below the apron level is around 0 the difference is around 20 meters. Then we use this land profile without leveling the area. This area is around one level, and this area is coming from 0 to it is 20 meters below this. And as discussed with the structure engineers, we divide this area into two ways. Simple, the area which is around the upper height, we put this simple shade with suspended slab, and this area, this with the massive retaining wall and column structure, the half portion has been designed to execute this airport. This is general layout of the building. This is coming right, and red line indicates the traffic flow, and the blue is the traffic for the departing passengers, and the blue line is your arriving passengers. This is the different level, how we negotiate it from departing level 2. There we create an intermediate level to handle the baggage, to negotiate this much height, to create an mezzanine level, which is basically meant for only this makeup area for this airport. This is a normal layout. Right-hand side, your arrival departure hall, and this is detail of this layout. Security hold area, and this is layout of the bus boarding area. And when you are finalizing the roof profile is inspired by when you are looking any point of time you are sitting in this level, you find this background is this roof profile, and matching with this background, we create the roof profile to inspire the both traditional structure, their symbolic representation of the positive energy, and the iconic Himalayan profile in the background. And coming to the structural members, all the frame and beams and column paints are E350 grade C for the high cold region, and the secondary column has been used or proposed to be used in this area is E25 grade C, roof purling YST 310, and roof basing is E250 grade C. Complete structure steel fabrication is done by bolted connection, which reduce the time of execution, as cold weather welding required special supervision. That's why in our case, we avoid welding. All the complete entire structure has been done by bolted connections. And after completion of the structure, it is coming out that this is the amount of steel uses in this structure. This roof is 42 kg per square meter, column is 29 kg per square kilometer, and roof is around 90 kg per square kilometer, and the overall steel consumption is 2,600 metric ton for this terminal building. And this is the structure model for this entire terminal building complex. And this is the city side views, which are coming from this, if you are going to this structure member, to this, coming to the city side views of the terminal building. The departure hall, south side glazing, this is the security hall area. The passenger can enjoy the entire south side sunlight when they are waiting for the flights to catch. Entire interior area is full of this local traditional elements we use when we are roaming around this city and find different elements which we want to incorporate in the part of our interior design portion. And to fill warm in the inside, which is the brown warm color inside the interior of the buildings. This is our check-in area having all the symbols, this lotus and this symbols all are derived from the local region, which is the religious symbol we are following from this. This is the cross-section of the buildings. Interior with this to local traditional art and cultures. This is the reserved lounge for this building. Security hold area. Coming to the main focus of this area is the local art areas. And coming to the art element, entire landscape area, we try to incorporate all these locally available prominent features of the art element in our landscaping portions. Subsequent slide will come with this. These are the listed areas. This is the main entrance gate. And whenever we are coming to this point, getting from this entrance area, you are coming to this traditional stupas area will subsequently. And main entrance gate to the airport area, entrance and exit gate, and the name. This area has been used by the local elements which were prominently found in all the monasteries or any traditional buildings or most of the buildings following these elements. And we also try to incorporate in the main gate of the terminal building to the entry and exit of the buildings. Then, whenever you are flying to this area, you find a series of 8 stupa, which is believed to be auspicious of this area. You find many places. We are also try to incorporate this when you are going through this area. We are approaching the airport area. This area is under construction area. and this stupa has already constructed. You are passing through this area, and this is the airport in the terminal buildings. Terminal building is approached through a series of 8 stupas. And this pagoda structure prominently found throughout the areas also, and it's tried to incorporate in the arrival, departure, concourse gates. And all the structures are under construction also. And this is the landscape area, sitting area, having this pagoda area used for this large prayer wheels, as well as sitting area for the passengers. And the landscape courtyard, we have proposed an large-sized Buddha statue sitting, welcoming all the passengers facing towards the terminal building, around 8 plus 3 meters height. It's around 11-meter height Buddha statue in front of the terminal building. And these elements were derived from, for this collection, which of the posture we have to propose, and we collect it from this. There's the lower one is we find in that region or in Bodh Gaya also, and find after discussing with various eminent personalities of this area and the religious leaders, we find out this posture to be placed in front of the terminal building. And these are the various Buddhist elements which were incorporated throughout the landscape area. Symbolic representation of 3 monks with metal monks, not exactly facing this, and be put as the part of the landscape elements. And these are the other facilities building, whether the small buildings, utility building, police outpost, create all the local elements, this locally known as Singsta wooden cornices throughout the buildings. And whenever the passenger is passing through this arrival corridor, they will go through this, yes, sir. Going through this, all the paintings, we try to put the features, all the local to main tourist point of attraction. And this is the paintings we have finalized for pasting throughout the terminal building of the passengers area. And this is the under construction. When you are approaching to the security hold area, you will find a giant Buddha paintings to approach along the buildings. This is the existing site at present. The roof profile, you are, as it was explained, match with the background of your terminal building. And finally, we try to make this airport carbon neutral during operation with the use of geothermal as a source of energy, and hybridize with solar to run the geothermal with this. As of now, it is practically, we try to establish that this building is carbon neutral during operation of only HVAC system, not the entire terminal building. It is HVAC system carbon neutral. And this is the method we update the building envelope, use of geothermal, and about to run the geothermal heat pump, the amount of energy required, it will be compensated by the hybridization of the solar power and reduce the energy. If it is going for the conventional way, how much energy is required, we will neutralize this. And this is the typical building envelope has been considered to minimize the solar, minimize the energy. And the U value of this coming out roof is 0.096, wall with the cavity wall, it's coming out 115. And structural glazing, it has been introduced for the triple glazed unit, having this argon fill and entire glass proposed to be of having this U value of glass is 1, and with thermal break, it is coming out with 1.3 watt per square meter Kelvin. Skylight having multi-cell polycarbonate sheet, and flooring, whichever area, when you are coming from this road level to the ground level, where it has been touched the ground, we try to put the insulation on the ground to avoid the heat loss from the ground, which area is touching the ground. And have a 1 minute, ये चल नहीं रहा, चलिए कोई बात नहीं. Can you this video, can you play this video? No? But ये With this, arriving passenger will introduce with the local art and culture, and the departing passenger will carry with them the everlasting memories of this area.